Today we have in our studio the Executive Director of Springfield Township's Arts Connect program. Last time we saw Kimberly Flam, we were learning all about the brand new Arts Connect facility that was opened, all of its capabilities, its pottery kiln, its blacksmithing studio, all of these deep things. And there's more coming. So, Kimberly, thanks for being in here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, tell me, what is the next thing you're looking to add to this?
Cooking classes. I am really excited to hopefully be able to offer cooking classes. This is something that the Arts Connect board was really passionate about when we went through the renovations. But when we did go through the renovations, we found out that we needed to bring our restrooms up to handicap accessibilities, and our kitchen was actually cut in half, and we have two new beautiful bathrooms. So we're just still looking for an option for that. So we have come up with a solution. It was actually part of a project that we were starting earlier before we opened with one of our board members, Debbie Vargo. She was extremely passionate about cooking. She had actually even brought in two of her chefs, her really good friends who are chefs, to look at our space and figure out how can we do culinary classes. She's taken culinary cooking classes all over the United States, and it was just something she was super, super passionate about. Unfortunately, she passed away in January, and it was the perfect time to kind of do a legacy project in her name and in her honor. And so we just started a fundraiser to do a cooking cart, basically.
Because every time you start a project and you think we know what our budget's going to be, we can do all of our facilities, then comes the fun part. Anyone who's worked on their home has discovered this. Then comes the fun part where you disguise, aha, there are elements that we're going to be spending money on, like making sure our restrooms are accessible, that are going to take precedence budget-wise. Yes. Yeah. So that's always the balance of figuring out, well, what can we really do? But when you talk about learning to cook and having that accessibility, and of course, there's all kinds of arts and things that you can learn at the Arts Connect building, but that's actually one of those things that isn't passed down anymore. Learning to cook just even basic healthy foods for a family is not something that people necessarily grow up learning anymore.
I know home ec isn't something that's in school anymore. It's the same as woodworking. Woodworking used to be in school, and cooking used to be in school. And I think that's why there's a little bit of a resurgence of that right now. It's nostalgic for me because I had those in high school, and bringing that to kids and opening their eyes and introducing them to new things is exciting. And unfortunately, there's kids that are at home for long periods of time, and fast food is so easily available. Cooking is something that is a life skill and will be with you forever. So, I'm really excited about teaching kids, especially cooking, but we are going to have eventually cooking classes for all ages.
Which is important too, because there's a whole generation of us, and I know not a lot of my generation got cooking either. And I've had to learn a lot of it as an adult too. So you can really reach an entire community by teaching kids, but also teaching parents, by teaching young adults who didn't get a chance to learn from their parents. And it helps them extend their budget. If you know how to actually cook these basic ingredients, you don't have to buy ready-made. Of course, like you said, it's healthier than just picking up something on the way home from work every day. So
yeah, and we really want to focus on healthy cooking, especially for our kids' programs, for after-school classes, healthy after-school snacks. We're going to start with that. The kitchen that we're bringing in is portable, so we can take it to any class room that we have. So we will be able to take it upstairs, downstairs. We could take it outside if we want. And the cart has got an induction burner. It's got a convection oven in it, and it has a sink in it. So literally, we could take it pretty much almost anywhere on our grounds. And then we're going to purchase additional burners so people can have their own to cook from and get that little bit of a hands-on experience. So we'll be able to do demonstration, and we'll be able to do participation, and we'll be able to do all kinds of classes from just the basics to doing a little bit more of the gourmet stuff.
So this is called a culinary cart. And there's a company that makes these. You didn't need to reinvent some design that will work in the center. So what kind of budget are you looking at to make this happen?
Well, our total fundraising goal is $14,000. That pays for the cart itself, enough equipment for 10 students, so the pots and the pans and the bowls and the spoons for 10 students. And it also includes $1,000 that is going to be set up as a separate scholarship. That scholarship will be used for our STAY program. So Springfield Township Police Department has a wonderful program. It's called Springfield Township Enriching Youth. And they identify teen girls in our public school systems that may have had some issues, and with guidance, they will have a really successful future. So we have this summer camp program. The police and the fire department work together on there, and they teach these teen girls basic home skills. Some of them are more than basic: changing tires, changing your oil. Those are all classes that I could participate in, that I need to participate in, but also cooking, doing some yard maintenance, some health and wellness, some beauty tips, first aid and safety. So these are all programs that are taught within that STAY program. We want to assure that cooking is a part of that program, and that scholarship will fund that and will be ongoing for years to come, to always be sure that cooking is a part of that STAY program.
And what a key element to a mentoring program like that. We've already talked about why youth really need to know, as well as the rest of us, about healthy cooking. It's not getting passed on, but it's also just really great to know that this kind of mentoring program is happening in Springfield Township with our police and our fire department. So I'm really glad you mentioned that. But it also gives us more incentive to know there's a real important need for something like a culinary cart to be available, so they have that capacity to work with the youth and right there on site and make it convenient. And anyone who's stocked a kitchen knows you need the right kitchen supplies.
Yeah.
And you need to learn how to cook with the right kitchen things. If you really want to make this something that's learnable and doable and something they can go home and do.
Right.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So it's a legacy for Debbie. It's a key element of mentoring youth in the Springfield Township community. What are some ways that members of the community can be part of this, can partner with financially being able to make this cart happen?
We're doing a couple of things. So we've set up a webpage on our Arts Connect website, which is www.theartsconnect.us. There's a banner right on the front page that's got a picture of the culinary cart. People can click on that. Donations can be made at any time right there online. People can also set up to be a fundraiser, so they can create their own page, tell their story, why they might be connected to the project that we're doing, and share it out with their friends. They can come up with their own goals. And then Arts Connect is trying to come up with some really exciting, just smaller projects along the way to keep it fun and keep it kind of top of mind. This weekend, because Easter is right around the corner, we had a family come out, and they made cookies, sugar cookies that were in Easter shapes, and icing kits, and families could come in and purchase a cookie set for $20, and that full proceed goes to the cooking cart project. Debbie was a huge walker. There was two things that she was extremely passionate about, and that was cooking and fitness and walking. She would walk every day. Even when it was cold and outside, she would park her car a couple miles away and walk to get to where she wanted to go. So we looked ahead. April 7th is National Walking Day. We're encouraging people on April 7th to donate $7.70 towards the cart. And we have a couple of companies who have actually even stepped up and have pledged for, if their employees walk 7,700 miles, they will donate $7.70 per employee towards this culinary cart project. So we're asking businesses to get involved with that. We're asking people just to come forth and, help out to reach our $14,000 goal. I think as of right now, we've raised like $1,200. So we've got a long way to go to get to that big goal. But we'll be coming up with other projects. Debbie's husband, Rich, has shared some of her tried and true recipes. And so we're going to be doing some recipe sharing coming up. And we're coming up with all kinds of different ideas. So anybody has ideas to help us fundraise the 14,000 goal, we'd love to see that. And we're just going to keep chugging along.
I love that because there are all these ideas are coming from the community.
Mm-hmm.
This is a community project. Sometimes as a township, we see things happening at the municipal building and we don't feel connected to it. This is a project happening at the Arts Connect building that, have we wondered, gee, I'm just a person down on a cul-de-sac somewhere. How can I connect to a program mentoring youth? I'm not there. I don't have time to meet with the girls. How can I help with mentoring youth? Well, you can put something towards this cart that will be part of their program. And businesses in the community, it's a big number. But if a lot of us keep chipping at it, then the big number just means there's going to be a lot of input from a lot of corners of our community, all part of this project, which is exciting. And I'll just say, you're going to have people at your house on Easter, not just kids, that will be happy to decorate cookies. And having the cookies already baked and show up magically with the supplies to decorate them, instant activity. They will leave you alone for that long.
And they can make their sugar cookie this high.
Just layer that icing on there. That is the right way to do it, really. If you do get those sugar cookies, I want you to, and you're watching this, tag Waycross because I want to see how beautiful you decorated your cookies, and I want to share that on your page.
That's a great idea. I love that.
And I'm sure if you tag Arts Connect, they want to see that too.
Yes.
As part of that. And then the walking, the way that honors Debbie, which I love, that personal connection, but also it's an easy project.
It is.
We all in Springfield Township live right near the Winton Woods Loop. So easy peasy. Walk the loop.
And 7,700 miles is challenging, but it's definitely very, very doable. I would love to recognize TriHealth and Custom Design Benefits. They are two companies that have already stepped up and have pledged that for their employees, which I think is just the most generous, kind thing that a company can do. And it benefits the employees' health and wellness. So it's a win-win and will help us get a little bit closer to our goal.
So if you're HR, you can check off health and wellness with that.
Yes.
And in other companies, this is the challenge for you. Don't let those be the only two companies on the list. You can add your company to the list and be part of that program also, because we are all part of this community and this will benefit all of us.
Yes.
I love that. Is there anything else about the culinary cart that you want to make sure we know about?
Well, it's just that, hopefully we'll have that by the end of the year. Other than that, there's pictures on our website. What's really amazing about it is it has the ability to everybody kind of get around the table and has the ability for everybody to kind of sit at their individual desks. The cart itself has fold down flaps. When you pop them open, it makes this big giant work surface where people can kind of work on cutting while the chef is teaching, or they can take those pieces back to their desks, work on them independently for the participation part. So it's very versatile. It's a very neat product. It's enabling us to be able to have cooking classes, and we didn't think it was going to be a possibility. So I'm really excited about it.
The fact that you can move that into any of your rooms.
Yeah, goes right through a door.
Your rooms are already carefully designed to make sure they have sinks in them and refrigerators in them. So they're already just primed to just have this addition of the cart rolled into any particular room you need it in.
Yep.
So there has just been a lot of planning and versatility I've noticed into all of the elements of the new Arts Connect Center. So I'll mention that besides this culinary cart project, you can go to theartsconnect.us and find out about all of the other programs that are already happening there. things like you want to learn metalworking, you want to learn woodworking, you want to learn pottery. There is a kiln on site, all kinds of art classes. There is an art gallery in the building if you just want to stop by and appreciate some art. And there's even a little corner of Charlie Harper artwork that you can just go in and take a look. It's a really neat resource that we have right in the middle of Springfield Township. Is there anything specific that you want to make sure folks know about the Arts Connect?
Well, I want to make sure that people know that we are having camp this year, and we are starting our outdoor events in July. Yay! So we are, right now, we're looking like we're going to do 3 outdoor family movies. They will be free on the big screen. And we're going to be doing 2 smaller concerts outdoors. One of them we are super excited about. We're actually going to have holograms as part of the concert experience. So totally new. We've never done this before. Something to look forward to. It kind of gets us a little light at the end of the tunnel of hopefully some normalcy coming back. And we are moving forward with our summer camps, and they're actually already halfway sold out. We've reduced our total number of kids to 15 per week, and we have an amazing summer planned for them.
So there's more information about that also on the website.
Yes.
And you heard that these are reduced attendance, but already halfway sold out. So if your parents looking towards the summer, and I know we feel like we just put our kids back in the school buildings because many of us did just get them back in a building. Yeah. But now it's time to think about what we're going to do with them this summer. So now is the time to go look. Don't wait too long on that. And I'm excited to have Waycross there to cover some more things.
Yes.
There's concerts coming. Can't wait to see what the holograms look like. And of course, movie nights are coming. So I'm going to have to get my schedule out and see what I need to put on there. Yeah. Get my picnic basket out. It's been a year since all of these things came out.
We're all ready to get back.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking some time.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to getting more details and to learning more about the culinary cart as we see it go forward, and more about the mentoring program and all of these projects.
Thank you so much for having me.